Good evening, weather watchers. Welcome to severeweather.us. We are watching some thunderstorms pop up in eastern Kansas as a cold front that will be our warm front for tomorrow. And our severe weather trigger, we are watching the cold front move east-southeast into eastern Kansas, where the air is warm and moist compared to back to the northwest, where it is cooler and drier. Uh, anyway, so we're welcoming you to our hangout tonight. If you have questions, please call us. We'll be more than happy to take questions. And we're going to be talking about tomorrow's setup. So feel free to give us a call. We'll be glad to answer any questions that you may have. Our storm hotline is, let's see, 559-71-STORM. Again, 559-71-STORM. Feel free to give us a call. We'll be glad to take your call and discuss what's going to happen tomorrow. As you can see on the radar, I'm going to circle these. You can see we're starting to get some rapidly intensifying thunderstorms. Let's go out just a tad. In east central Kansas, just east of the Emporia area, already heading into Missouri. The strongest one looks to be around Fredonia, and that storm's probably going to start putting down some hail here shortly. Another feature I want to tell you about, and you can see the cold front identified here in blue. Well, on the radar, and we're on the Wichita radar, but these lines, this is actually the cold front. So these thunderstorms that are developing are in front of the cold front. The cold front is already to Eureka, and you really can't tell because the temperature is 73 degrees with a dew point of 57. Let's look at Chanute. Parsons doesn't have readings. Let's look here. Yeah, here's Chanute. Temperature is 78 degrees with the dew point of 66. That's nice, juicy air. And that storm south and west of Chanute is going to gobble up all that nice moisture. It's perfect. These should start intensifying here pretty rapidly and start dropping some very large hail. The potential is there. And it's a little later start than we had, but I think our tornado potential is less than it would have been if we'd had storms starting, say, a couple hours ago or at least an hour ago. But this storm here in Fredonia, looking pretty good. Definitely growing in size and heading off pretty quickly to the northeast. We'll take it back out and show you there's a pseudo line here that's starting to develop from just to the east of Kansas City, south of the metro area, down to Fredonia, and this cold front runs all the way over to Anthony. We had a weather watcher down in Blackwell, Oklahoma, report to us that they could tell cumulus clouds were forming just south of the Oklahoma border. And again, you can see this line right here on the radar, on the Wichita radar. That's the actual cold front itself. This line just depicts about where it is. But again, we can tell where it is if you're past the cold front, you have north winds. If the cold front hasn't passed you yet, you have south winds. Much deeper moisture and warmer temperatures are ahead of the cold front versus just somewhat cooler and drier air behind the cold front. Now, what's going to happen tomorrow? A lot of folks are wondering. This cold front will continue its march along here this evening, but it's going to become stationary probably right in here, just in the very southeast part of the state. What's going to happen is an area of low pressure is going to form back to the west, and it's going to start lifting this front north. And when it lifts the front north, that's what we call a warm front, and all this nice juicy air will be taken with it. And that's what we need for our storms tomorrow, is the nice juicy air that's located here in central Oklahoma. And that's what we're going to get. So we expect that tomorrow morning, we expect most of southern Kansas to be under cloudy skies, maybe some drizzle. And as this warm front, it's a cold front now because it's moving south, but as it lifts back to the north, once it becomes a warm front, we're going to get rid of that stratus nastiness, and we're going to break out the sun. The sooner that we can break out the sun, the better for storm development. We thought the storms would develop early anyway. I don't think that's going to happen like we were planning. I still think it's going to take some max heating. So we're looking at storm initiation probably between 2 and 4 p.m. Tomorrow afternoon. And that's when it could really get going in south central Kansas, from, say, a line from Hutchinson to Kingman, Wichita, McPherson, that area could see some pretty significant, the potential for significant thunderstorms. Now, this is what people won't understand. We're not going to have a line which has probably 10 or 15 storms on it. We're going to have some storms, but they're not going to be widespread. In fact, I'm going to guess they're not even going to be as widespread as we're seeing here tonight. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 storms on this. That could be possible, but that's about it. But the storms that do develop, they will become rapidly severe, because we have everything in place. We have the moisture, we have the wind shear, and we have a piece of energy coming up from the southwest. We have everything we need for these things to start turning and churning. And we do have the potential for a long track tornado. So I know there's a lot of farm ground in this area, but we've got to be careful where these storms form and where they head. So keep it with severeweather.us or the Weather Watcher Facebook page, and we'll definitely keep you informed. As you can tell, these thunderstorms are intensifying just south of the KC metro area. Let's take a look here. I don't see any hail at this point yet, but they're really starting to crank up. So I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't start seeing some hail indicators here in the next 15 to 20 minutes or so, as these start to really develop. And let's check back to the nope. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to check this up real close. There we go. Yeah, these thunderstorms are moving pretty fast. We did have a mesoscale discussion out earlier for a potential watch in southeast Kansas into northeast Oklahoma. I'm not sure what the status of that is. If we were in a watch, this would be yellow in color, so the watch has not been issued, but I'm betting that we will have a watch probably issued pretty quickly since these are starting to develop. And that was over 2 hours ago. Yeah, these storms are really taking off here south of the metro area. And again, I would expect to see some hail signatures on the radar here shortly. With as rapidly as they are developing. Again, if you're just joining us, talking about the setup for tomorrow, the cold front that is moving to the southeast right now, it's going to stall here in southeast Kansas, and tomorrow morning when we wake up, most of central Kansas will be kind of foggy, stratus clouds, which are the low clouds, and it might be just a little cool in the morning. Probably temperatures in the 60s is what I'm guessing. And as the morning wears on, this cold front that has stalled, it will begin moving back to the north, and we call that moving back north as a warm front, because it's going to bring with it all this warm and moist air that's located here in Oklahoma this evening, which is actually causing these thunderstorms to form in southeast Kansas. So this warm front will move north slowly, and I think here in south central Kansas, I'm based in the Hutchinson area, and I think we should have clear skies, or beginning to see some clear skies right around the noon. There we go. You just saw the severe thunderstorm watch issued by the Storm Prediction Center. Let's see how long it goes. Excuse me, let me click on this real quick. Darn it. Okay, it looks like it expires at 2 a.m. So, yeah, 2 a.m. So from now until 2 a.m., I wish I could get the wording for it. But yeah, these storms south of Kansas City are looking quite healthy. And this, there will be storms that they're just going to zipper on down to the south and west, and they will provide hail for these areas overnight. And the hail could be pretty significant in southeast Kansas. I would not bet. I would bet that we see some baseball-sized hail reports tonight, as the juice is there. Again, the current temperature in Chanute is 78 with a dew point of 66. Very, very juicy air, and lots of energy in the atmosphere tonight. So let's see here. I want to see how far north. This goes just to the east of Kansas City. Okay, gives me a better idea. Let's see. If you have any questions about tomorrow's severe weather event, please don't hesitate to call us. You can call us on the storm line. It is 1-559-71-STORM. And you can call and make reports on that line. You can call and talk to us directly. We're just watching these storms here for a little bit get firing up in eastern Kansas, and to discuss tomorrow's severe weather. It looks like we're starting to get some indicators of hail associated with these thunderstorms just south of the Kansas City metro area, here just north of Mountain City. If you can see the green triangle here associated with that storm, that means that hail is coming out of that storm. Yeah, and these storms popped up rather rapidly. We thought they were going to occur earlier, but it just took a while for them for the atmosphere to get going. But this cold front is running into plenty of juice here in southeast Kansas. Warm and moist air here in southeast Kansas versus here in Hutchinson, we have cooler and somewhat drier air, and the cold front separates that. And again, tomorrow this cool front will move back to the north as a warm front, allowing for that warm, moist air to move north, giving us the juice, what we need to produce severe weather tomorrow afternoon here in south central, east central Kansas. So tomorrow, again, the key is we will have thunderstorms. The coverage, the amount of coverage of thunderstorms is still in question. Not exactly sure how many, but the storms that do fire, they will be they could be pretty volatile. And if we can get a tornado to light up in the triple point and then get on the boundary, the warm front, we could have a tornado, a long-lived, strong tornado tomorrow. That goes without saying with the energy that the atmosphere has. Plus, we have something that's going to enhance that. We have a jet streak piece of energy that is rounding the base of the trough that's in New Mexico, and that's going to move toward the northeast, and that's going to interact with the storms that are firing in Kansas as well tomorrow. So we have the upper air support. You hear us talk about that a lot. We'll have upper air support for these storms here in central Kansas tomorrow. Okay, let's see. Let's stop this real quick just to see what kind of size of hail. Okay, there we go. Yeah, these storms, according to this watch, the tops could get up to 60,000 feet. That is one heck of a long way up in the atmosphere. So they could definitely produce some big hail and lots of wind. According to the outline for the severe thunderstorm watch, there's a 90% chance of 6+ severe hail events, and that is baseball size, or 10+ severe hail events is at 70%, and that is quarter size. Also, a small, a 2%, which is pretty much normal what you see for tornadoes. But again, I think the tornado threat has pretty much ceased for this evening. Not so much worried about that as I am a wind and hail threat here in southeast Kansas. And these storms, as you can see, are rapidly developing. This is just south of the Kansas City metro area. And we just, believe it or not, these storms that are developing now have a correlation to what's going to happen tomorrow here in central and eastern Kansas. So that's why we're kind of keeping an eye on this to see what happens and how they develop. This area in the severe thunderstorm watch has plenty of warm and moist air. A perfect example in Independence, current temperature at 8:30 is almost 80 degrees with a dew point of 64. That is absolutely perfect weather for severe thunderstorms. Um, and tomorrow afternoon, with daytime heating and atmospheric conditions, it's going to provide for a volatile atmosphere. The key for tomorrow afternoon is where the dry line will be setting up. We've been predicting that the dry line will set up from Russell to Great Bend to Pratt to Medicine Lodge. And that's where we think storms will form um, with daytime heating. That should be between 2 and 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Now, typically on the dry lines, those dry lines, they kind of bulge out just a little bit. And we will be watching exactly, and we can tell on radar. Usually you can identify a dry line on the radar. Usually you can see it as cumulus clouds like to form right on that dry line. So we'll have a good idea once that dry line starts to tighten up. We'll be able to identify where it is, even on the radars. So we'll find the boundaries tomorrow afternoon. The actual low area of low pressure should be probably between Dodge and Garden City, with a warm front that will go from there to probably south of I-70 to Kansas City, probably by noon or 2 o'clock. And so which will provide moisture and instability to this area here in central Kansas, south central Kansas, and also eastern Kansas. So that is how that's how the setup is going to work tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah, looks like we have. Let's see if we can see if we have any warnings coming out. Looks like we have quarter-sized hail. Radar indicated quarter-sized hail at Fredonia with this system. Looks like it's moving south of Altoona. We've this is the second event that we've been in this area just in the last few days. If you're just joining us, we are watching thunderstorms develop in southeast and east central Kansas. And please remember tomorrow afternoon, as soon as we have our first watch or thunderstorm initiation, we will go ahead and we will be live tomorrow afternoon. We will be providing Zello alerts. So if you are a member of the Zello, or if you use the Zello app with Weather Watchers, make sure your phone is listed as available. That's something that is important, so you can receive our notifications, our warning notifications. This storm looks like it's just to the north of Bound City. Looks like it's strengthening, and that's just one county away from crossing the state line. This is Highway 69, and on the Missouri side, this is US 71. So these storms are getting ready to cross over into Missouri. Let's see here. Yeah, and you can tell we've got definitely, here we go, we've got some what appears to be some things trying to develop down in the southern area of the watch area. And like I said, these will likely zipper to the southwest through the evening and then continue uh, probably uh, through the early morning hours as the severe thunderstorm watch goes until 2 a.m. We have our first warning. It is for that cell just to the south of Mound City, and let's see what size of hail that is putting down. Let's see what the warning says. Let's see. A severe thunderstorm located 5 miles southwest of Lysine. These are moving northeast at 40. These are putting down quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So enough to meet the severe thunderstorm criteria. So again, and there's one following on its footsteps that's just now starting to produce some small hail. So we have one warning. Looks like this storm around Altoona is starting to produce 1 inch in diameter hail. I'm surprised we don't have a warning for that area. But again, a lot of these areas, even though it could be radar indicated, the National Weather Service in Wichita is somewhat conservative and likes to actually get some ground truth to provide and make sure that the hail is actually as large as the radar indicates. Let's see. This says the hail just south of Altoona is measuring, and it's radar indicated 1.25 inches. So pretty good size hailer, and I would bet to say that we probably would see a severe thunderstorm warning for these counties here pretty shortly. If you're just joining us, thanks for coming in and stopping by tonight at our Google Hangout. We hope you enjoy our coverage of severe weather. This is something that is definitely new. You do get you can watch severe weather from different sites, and most of them are pay sites around the country, and you can see the live storm happenings. We're going to provide you with live real-time warnings as well as live images from the field, and we will provide you with live reports from the field as well from weather watchers across the state. And you, as weather watchers, are also included as that, as we want you to share your weather, something that we have been working on for quite some time. So you are the best information link that we can have. There we go. That storm by Fredonia has just gone severe thunderstorm warned, and let's see what it's. Oops. Let's see what it. Yeah, this is a severe thunderstorm was located near Altoona or Neodesha, moving east at 20 miles per hour. half dollar size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds are possible. This will cause hail damage to vehicles and roofs. So just as we thought, this line of storms will begin to form, and we'll start this back up. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to let us know. Don't be shy. You can call us 559-71-STORM, 559-71-STORM. That is our severe weather hotline, and we hope that you will use that and keep us posted of weather in your area. Well, let's take a look at this storm here. I know it's getting out of our area, but by Mound City, I'm liking just the look that it has. Let's see here. White Shore has that nice hook on the back. Let's just take a real quick gander at that. No, not seeing anything that that impresses me right now. I've got to change that color because you can't see the. Let's see here. Here we go. We're just doing a little cleanup here, sorry. I want to make sure everything is ready to go for tomorrow. Looks as though as additional thunderstorms are trying to develop on south and west. One just storm just to the north and west of Fort Scott, northeast of Iola. Yeah, some nice size hail. Looks like 1.25 inch hail. I wouldn't be surprised if that the storm didn't become warned here shortly as well, and that's heading off toward Mapleton. Yeah. Well, this is a good looking radar. This is nice and crisp colors. It's great to look at, and we're lucky to have it down to the street level. Looks like this storm will miss Chanute just to the south. Never know this storm behind it might catch that Chanute. Again, there's going to be pieces of energy coming off this cold front. I'm not buying this. I have a feeling this is actually from smoke from a fire that's moving back to the north here along the Oklahoma border, because it is I just have a feeling that's what that is. Noticed some of that earlier. Here we go. We have some public reports, or train spotter reported 1 inch in diameter hail 1 mile south of Altoona. And another train spotter, same thing. And that was 9 minutes ago. And we are getting a little bit of rotation with this storm here. So let's take a look at it with the base velocity. Can we see any colors with it? No. Let's change radars. Let's do that real quick and show the Kansas City radar. That will help a lot. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Well, it's got, oh, there we go. Got a little couplet right on the tail end of that, just to the west of Xenia. Yeah, you could tell it had a brief right on the tail end of it. There we go, and it's gone. So that's why we saw that. Okay, you can see the cold front right here moving through the Kansas City metropolitan area. You can see how the colors change from the radar site. Green always means going toward the radar, and red means going away from the radar. And here is our radar site. But you can definitely tell the division here in the colors, as that front has just made its way through the metro area on the South 435 loop here by Lee Summit. Lee Summit still showing temperature 76 and a dew point of 63, and that was 5 minutes ago. But you can definitely tell here is the cold front. So the cold front's just let's do a pretty good idea of where it's located. This has just been updated. So the cold front was pretty good. Moving just a little bit further, this is the dry line associated with it. And again, this will move back to the north tomorrow morning. There we go. That's what we're seeing. These little couplets on the end here, showing some very, very weak rotation on the back sides of these. So let's switch back over to base reflectivity, and we've got just a little bit of a hook trying to build in here. Nothing significant at all. But notice how these storms are, there is 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, but they're decent storms. They're putting down hail. This is what I expect tomorrow afternoon, coming off of the dry line in central Kansas, is 3 or 4 storms that mean business, and as that cap breaks later in the afternoon, as the features continue to move to the north and east, I expect the thunderstorms to grow to the north and east as well, and to expand in coverage. There's that little couplet again. Little spinning on the back of that cell. Something definitely to keep an eye on. Oh, we have a tornado warning. Let's see what we can see here. Whoa, that did, you can see, you can definitely see that. You can definitely see that. See how that thing just, oh boy, just started spinning just like that. That is absolutely amazing. So tornado warning just south of Altoona. And let's see what we have. At 9:02, which is 2 minutes ago, a severe thunderstorm producing a tornado was located near Altoona or near Neodesha, moving east at 15 miles per hour. Ping pong ball size hail and a potential tornado are possible with this thunderstorm. This is a radar indicated thunderstorm, or excuse me, radar indicated tornado. And this is for southeastern Wilson and southwestern Neosho County in southeastern Kansas. And there is right here. Nice shear. Let's see. Let's take it to storm relative velocity. right in here. Oh yeah, there we go. There's a little bit more. Boy, that just spun up very, very quickly. See how easy it is? I mean, it's just these things can definitely spin up very quickly. Even after I said the potential for tornadoes seems to be low with this severe thunderstorm, but this is the second storm that actually had rotation, and I want to get back and look at the other ones too. So this is our first warned one. Still have some weak rotation in the one in the Kansas City area, but this storm has definitely slowed down, and it is right along this boundary. Um, and it looks like it's right over Chanute. So I wish we could get some ground truth from that. There's Altoona. And remember, let's go back to the, let's go back to the Wichita radar. Oh yeah, there we go. Much better. Significant rotation with this storm. 1.25-inch hail was reported just now as well. And let's look at this. Let's look at this. Oh yeah, there we go. And you can kind of tell on the back end. You can kind of see here, and this is headed toward Thayer. Got a 75-mile-per-hour thunderstorm wind gust reported by the public to the south of Altoona. And some very large hail is associated with this. How about it? Well, looks like a pretty good it's headed right to Thayer, and you can see the you can see how this is the inflow notch, and it's carrying it all the way back. Southeast winds here, just like this. And that storm is rotating. That's a good location for a potential tornado. We should update here in the next minute. Checking on the other cells as well. Those did show rotation earlier. And notice how these cells have turned. They're turning right now. They're turning back down to the south. Looks like a thunderstorm wind gust was reported on US 75. These storms are taking a right turn, which with a tornado warned storm, that's one thing. With these, look at these are just taking a right turn, which makes me, I'm seeing some notches here. Let's look at the base reflectivity of these again. I might have to take that back to the Kansas City. Let's look back at the Kansas City EAX site and see. Let's see how this one looks. Yeah, here we go here, and here we go here. So all these three storms have rotation on the back side. So these have got to be watched definitely very, very close. And it's because, again, we have the cold front here, which basically a dry line cold front. We have a 50 knot jet running right over us, and we have southeast winds here in Pittsburgh, Independence, dew points of 63, south winds at 15, south winds at 10, south winds or south wind. I'm not going to buy that because I think that's outflow from the storm. But again, we have this is rotation from this storm, and this is what you're going to see tomorrow. This is exactly, that's why I wanted to watch these to see how they acted, and this is exactly what we're going to see tomorrow. Let's we have looks like a report of a tornado 5 miles northeast of Neodesha, and that was reported 8 minutes ago. So let's since that's tornado warned, let's keep running these. But I have a feeling that we're going to have more tornado warnings here very shortly up this line. I just do. These. Let's go back to the base reflectivity. And see how this is headed, taking a right-hand turn. These are, and notice how these cells are individual cells that are by themselves. That's what we're going to find tomorrow. These are supercells, and that's exactly what we're going to see tomorrow. And you can see this. There we go. Let's get to the end of its cycle. See this knot, this indentation? That's a perfect area for a tornado. Here's your inflow. You can see it here, inflow notch here, and moving it around, and boom, just like that. Just like a little mini low pressure. Counterclockwise rotation. Looks like we have a new warning. Tornado warning remains in effect until 9:30. At 9:12, a confirmed tornado was located 5 miles northeast of Neodesha, moving east at 15. This is a damaging tornado with golf ball size hail. Weather spotters have confirmed this tornado. Okay, so we do have a tornado on the ground. Let's see. To the northeast of Neodesha. And let's take it back. We're going to take it back. Sorry. to Wichita, to the Wichita National Weather Service radar. If I can do this. There we go. And boom. We just got an update as well. And the storm behind it as well. Okay, here we go. Another tornado on the ground. And it is a right turner. These things are turning right. So Thayer, you're definitely Chanute, you're looking okay. Thank goodness, because Chanute's the more populated area. This is headed over toward the Pittsburgh area, so we'll definitely need to watch that. And this cell is also headed toward Fort Scott, so we'll definitely need to keep an eye on that as well. Interesting. This should be updating here very, very shortly. Let's see how it looks on the. Well, you can definitely still see. Oh, definitely still see it. Here we go, right here. This is a perfect example of right here. And that is moving off to the, thank goodness, into farm ground. But it's there on the north side. Let's see how this update progresses here. We should just have an update here shortly. But this is exactly the kind of setup we're expecting tomorrow. Let's look at the storm relative velocity real quick as well. Oh yeah, you can definitely, I bet there is a tornado currently on the ground just to the northeast of Neodesha. Update in about 10 seconds. Can you all see that, how that is? Okay. Yeah, they've increased the radar profile. Let's see here. Yeah, you can definitely tell right here. This is still where our tornado is, and it is moving more east. So I am concerned about the small community of Thayer. Here is US 47, and I believe yeah, this is 75. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to get a. Yeah, that is a definite nice couplet on the radar here. So I would be very safe to say there is a tornado still on the ground that looks to be headed toward Thayer. I believe that is Wilson County in southeast Kansas. And we're going to update here again shortly. Let's see what happens. Let's take it back to the. This radar is a wonderful radar, wonderful radar. We're so glad we invested in it with our doing what we're doing. Still having a nice tight rotation. But this is looks like about 10 to 15 miles from Thayer. Let's see. Oh, definitely nice couplet still. Still a nice couplet right here. And we are in the Wichita radar. Green's going toward and the red's going away. Green's going toward and red's going away. So I would we still have no new updates from any spotters of the public, but that's a great depiction of where the tornado would be located, and it is just to the south of Thayer, maybe a mile. So hopefully we can keep it on that course and keep it moving to the southeast. And we see that another thunderstorm behind it is trying to merge with that, and that's really not such a good thing as the energies can be combined, and then we can have another tornado couplet develop back to the south. So we need to keep an eye on that as well. And it's something I just noticed. Let's see what it looks like, since those cells looks like they have merged. Well, I'm telling you, it still looks pretty solid. Like we have a pretty solid couplet here. Radar's going to update here very shortly, since these storms have merged, and let's see what the radar says. It's become less defined, but I'm at best a rotating wall cloud, but it's not as defined as it once was. Let's take a look at it and see what it looks like. Oh, and you can it's lost its kidney bean shape, but with the merging of these two storms, let's back out real quick and let's take a look and see if we're seeing anything else. Well, you can tell this storm is just churning. It's you can tell it's moving counterclockwise, getting some looks like rotation on this storm headed toward Fort Scott. So we need to keep an eye on that storm as well. But this is kind of what we expect for tomorrow. We don't expect a lot of storms, but again, look, 1, 2, 3, 4 storms, and we've got great aerial coverage, and every one of those storms are severe, putting down large hail and tornadoes. And this is 9:25 at night, and we're talking tomorrow afternoon with temperatures in the 80s, and decent dew points. So this is what we have to look forward to tomorrow. Is this scenario taking place in central Kansas? We just have to confirm where the dry line will set up and provide that data tomorrow morning. But this is this is why I wondered tonight if this wouldn't. Now it looks like this is the. Oops, sorry about that, guys. This looks like our storm is starting to lose its intensity, but I think it's because of the merge with the storm behind it. It's caught up to and it's taking some of its energy away. However, and you notice this could become one large supercell here in the next few minutes. So let's keep an eye on that. And you can definitely tell this is a wonderful supercell. Sorry to be speaking geek, but it is. This, you can see it spinning. It's got a nice round shape to it. It's got inflow notches, and it is spinning, and it has a nice hale core to it, and it's moving to the east southeast, and it's moving across the state line. This is the state line moving into Missouri as we speak. And notice the storm south of it. It also merged with another cell behind it, and it has increased in intensity. So let's keep our eye on this southernmost storm. I'm not seeing any other storms. So this storm is free and clear to have all this juice down just to the south. So I'm let's see. Let's look at the velocities again and see if we can still have some nice velocities with this. That was a earlier reported and our storm relative velocity. There was when we had a pretty decent tornado, and I will bet you that thing was on the ground for several minutes, and that has pretty much dissipated. But you can see it. Let's take it back. There we go. That was, whoops, sorry. Still getting used to playing with this. Let's see. Come on. There we go. This was, you could tell, was absolutely fantastic. Since we're on the Wichita radar site, remember, green means going toward it, red is away. So we definitely had some very nice rotation associated with that storm. And I'm not seeing that as much now. I'm still seeing some, but let's go and look at how the storm looks. It's not taking that classic kidney bean shape. It is still tornado warned. So the obviously the National Weather Service is still concerned about this storm. It is it's the southernmost storm of these supercells. Let's back out. And it looks like we're trying to add another little piece of energy onto the back of it as well. But boy, this is a amazing storm. Let's see what it looks like on the. Still have this rotation with this storm, and not much rotation here. And notice how these they were moving northeast, and now they're moving to the southeast. They're taking those right turners. They're called right turners, and that's done because of the energy within the storm. And I'm real surprised that we don't have a tornado warning for this cell here that is getting ready to head toward Fort Scott. I'm very surprised. And in fact, let's look at that through the Kansas City radar site. Boy, that looks pretty good. Look at that. That is some pretty good rotation right there. Sorry, I just want kind of geeking out here for just a minute. Boy, and look at this right in here. Let's see where that is. And it's, yep, there we go, right here. I am really surprised that this is not warned yet. I would bet it will be. Sorry, I bet it will be warned here very, very shortly. Okay, and it is definitely grown just in the past few minutes, and this is going to update here. And boy, look at that notch. We've lost our tornado warning here in Wilson County, which is good. This storm looks like it's trying to re-energize and kind of form that kidney bean shape again. But I'm glad we lost that because it's headed, the hail core now, if you will, is, let's see what it looks like. Let's slow these things down. Let's see. We've got large hail associated with this, 1.25 inch hail, 1 inch hail. The previous tornado, we've got a lot of hail in this system, and that's heading off to the east and southeast. Let's see if we've got anything for that Fort Scott storm. Boy, it's still, look at that notch. And look at this. Oh boy, look at this. This is another, boy, these things are, this is going to be a fun night. Wish we could stay and watch it. Look at that. Oh boy, that hail. There we go. There's some baseball size hail associated with this hail core. So this is an incredible updraft that is just south of the Kansas City metro area. Man, let's see. Oh, there we go. Perfect. I'm really surprised again with the hail being as large as it is, and the nice defined area of rotation that we haven't seen this storm tornado warned yet. Again, it's at night, hard to see, but boy, and that storm looks to be headed to the east. Let's see if we can maybe, and again, looks like a little right turn there, not as bad as the storm to its south. But that storm, boy, it's got developing a nice hook echo with that, and I'm real surprised that storm is not warned yet. Wow. And again, this is kind of what we're expecting tomorrow. We don't have multiple storms out there, but we do have storms. We have 3 major storms that we're watching. This is kind of what we're expecting for tomorrow. These big storms develop, they intensify rapidly, and can put a tornado down at any time. And the hail has we've seen anywhere from baseball size down to quarter size with these supercells this evening. And these cells, again, they wrapped up very, very quickly. And this severe thunderstorm watch goes until 2 a.m. And I'm gonna bet to say that we will still have a lot of large hail and probably a couple more tornado reports before the night is over. Let's take a closer look at this system. It's just maybe just trying to just a little bit. Yeah, So this is what we're going to get tomorrow, folks, just to let you know. That's why we wanted you to come to the site tonight to see what it's going to look like on radar. And again, these aren't a lot of storms, but there are enough storms to give plenty of headaches. We're only dealing right now with basically 1, 2, 3 different storms, and all storms do have rotation and are producing quite a bit of hail, quite a bit of large hail. So we're going to do one more update, and after this update, we're going to call it a night because tomorrow is going to be a big day. We knew that we were going to see hail and the potential for some tornadic activity tonight in eastern parts of Kansas, but these are getting so close to the border. We're going to call it a night. Let's update it one more time, and then take a look at the velocities and see if we have anything significantly dangerous out there. Let's see here. Thanks for joining us tonight. We hope you've enjoyed watching these storms develop with us. And I hope that you can join us tomorrow when we watch storms develop. Again, the whole concept is to keep everybody safe. And let's look and see what size of hail we've got now real quick here. This is the most northern storm, and this is just shy of baseball size hail on this northern storm. Let's check for, we still have some rotation on the back end of that. Look at the next storm, and again these still, again, same thing, still have rotation on the back end. And the hail size, this is baseball size hail, 2.75 inches. And let's see how we're doing on the southernmost storm. It is still getting its act together, but some of the, let's see the latest hail reports we have. That was about 30 minutes ago, so we haven't seen. The radar indicates 2-inch hail in diameter, so that's about hen egg size. But this will be one to watch definitely as it heads off to the east. This will be one to watch as it heads off to Fort Scott. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage tonight, and that you follow us when you can tomorrow. Again, we will be going live as soon as we have a watch or thunderstorm initiation, and we're thinking initiation should be between 2 and 4 is what we were thinking. With daytime heating, we initially were going for just a little bit earlier, but that piece of energy has slowed down, and it looks like it's going to be rounding the base of the trough in New Mexico a little slower than we thought, and should be here in Kansas late afternoon, which that piece of energy is going to do nothing but enhance what we have going moisture-wise and in the mid-levels, the shear in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. Let's go out. And again, if you have questions, you can always call us, and or if you would need to share anything, our number is 559-71-STORM, and we will put you right on, and you are welcome to tell everybody what you are seeing and where you're seeing it from. So we will end our coverage tonight, and we will see all of you tomorrow afternoon, most likely, and provide you with the morning update of what we think is going to occur tomorrow. It shouldn't change much overnight, but there'll be some minor tweaks to the forecast. But we'll keep this running for you, so you can watch this live radar. And see if we get any tornadoes develop out of it. I have a feeling there might be a couple more before the night is over. So we will put you on mute, and you will still be able to watch these and receive all the warnings. So weather watchers, thanks so much for checking in with us, and we really appreciate you using our website, severeweather.us. Good night, everybody. As we were just ready to shut down, they've issued a tornado warning for this cell. Let's see, I believe it did cross into, it just did cross the state line. We had an idea that it would, and I have a feeling this cell here in Fort Scott's going to be tornado warned here very, very shortly. Let's see if we can get the particulars on this tornado warning here. Let's see. At 9:41, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was 9 miles north of Hume, moving east at 15. tornado and ping pong ball sized hail has been reported. This is central Bates County in west central Missouri. So it has just crossed over, um, the state line. But I'm more and more concerned with this storm heading toward Fort Scott. In Bourbon County. They're reporting nickel to quarter size hail, and that report came in about 8 minutes ago. Always happens when you want to retire. This cell, if it's it is really starting to there. It's really starting to intensify. Let's take a look at it because whoops. Sure is. Boy, this thing is sure. It's really wanting to yeah, look at it right here. 2.25 inch hail. Ping pong bowl. Boy, I just have a feeling that these are going to be tornado warned on and off. I think they're going to regenerate. I'm real worried about Fort Scott, though. That cell is full of hail. It's merging with this one to the south. Oh yeah, it's right here. And that's just moving. It's not moving a whole heck of a lot, but it is moving to the southeast, right towards Fort Scott. And you see that red there? There we go. And let's see. Let's see what radar I'm on. Let's see if we're on the right radar to get us the best view. I think we are. Yeah, we're on the Kansas City radar. Yep. Yeah. Headed right toward Fort Scott. Just again, just 3, and we've had these storms develop just to the north. You can tell the cold front has definitely gone through Kansas City with they have northwest winds. Dew points are still in the 60s. Boy, look at this. Well, that has a right there. Look at that. That is a perfect. Yep, there we go, right there. What a fantastic, look at that hook echo. That is just classic. Hook echo with 1.5 inch hail. Again, I'm seeing the same thing for this storm to the south, headed right to Fort Scott, right there. Boy. Hmm. That hail around Thayer. Boy, there's been a lot of rain in this area in this county tonight, because that has stayed in place as it has merged with a couple other storms. A lot of rainfall. Oh yeah, you can tell. My goodness gracious, a lot of rainfall. Wow. Almost 3 inches of rain. Look at that. Right along US 47, and just that's just east of 75. 2 to 3 inches of rain or more has fallen, and it's headed toward the Thayer area. Oh, sorry, folks. Let's see. Boy, this is spinning up again. This is definitely spinning up again. You hate to leave this, but boy, look at this. This is sure spinning up again. And this was reported earlier. Those don't follow for a while, but here again, this is, and we're still to the west of there, southwest of Altoona, which this is where the storms have started earlier, and headed directly east toward Thayer. Oh, definitely. Oh, look at that. And let's see, that side's, we're still in Kansas City. Let's go back to Wichita. Let's see how it looks from the Wichita radar. I bet it looks much better. Oh yeah, definitely so. Yeah, let's see. There we go. Oh yeah, you can see it. The hail core is just to the west of Thayer, 2-inch size. We've got a new report of a thunderstorm wind gust 3 miles north of Neodesha on US 75. It was reported by the public of approximately 75 miles per hour with this storm. Yeah, right. What they're feeling maybe is some riffling downdraft from this thing, as it looks like it's starting to wrap back up. And you can see it right in here. Goodness. Yep, you can definitely tell. Sorry about that. Just trying to get so you can watch the approach. This is the state line right here. So this one looks to be weakening significantly. This one's probably grabbing all the. Still plenty of good juice around Fort Scott. Temperature 77, dew point of 66. All right, weather watchers, that is going to be it for our coverage tonight as we approach 10 o'clock. We will update you tomorrow morning. And have a great night. And thanks for joining us tonight.